papa. Yonko. Program no mane kwa chi papa na wo bia nso enya sa free legal education bi na eye ehu hia papa no ane sa wo koye Facebook a wo type GN Radio UK a wonsa ebeka eye nkomo aye twetwe wonsa beka bi sa nso na wo tune in nso a wo type GN Radio UK pepepe nso a eno nso ubetimi etie eye legal education mera ye ne Fortwell Solicitors eba betwetwe nkomo no onso benye bi intimi stremu a ma ba mo hwe nsisi a no mo share program no wa ba bia wo hwe bi sisi a no mesre wonso to eye ensa na fama program no ma yenua no a wo nso enya ntenka no ebi wa na no obese bia wa femu adakra ne refi se ene eye Benada ye ne Fortwell Solicitors ebetwetwe nkomo eni mesre wa sanso ana nso wo questions bi a obetumi e dia fa ye abef mfidie so a friend WhatsApp numbers no over outside London no answer with 0044 ashe enimuo enti 0044 now with the numbers here to us 778-793-9958 I mean to be oh had the answer what type 0778-793-9958 sounds so an episode near to common our friends so 0203-735-8820 and 0203-286-0185 Freya na questions bi a wo bia no e fa emremu nsem de febusa lawyer ono e be kire nkomo a ye bedi na enso eno nkire se nkomo na wo de betu dwa na ho nko questions na wo de beba na bi questions na e ye fa emremu bia no de fabra bisa lawyer na lawyer enyiwa no emfama de bia meka se sene nipa ehia doctor e wo ya bra bomu ye ko GP no saa nso ane ehia eye lawyer enso so ewe ya bra bom se entwen ema assembly nto eba na sa na wo de gidigidi so de ko fa na afedo akọ pocket lawyer bi no wa jiusi ka no wedi na asem na ye wonwunai ensem wa esanke di be 6 months bi kra edi ho na ne number 2-3 years na wo bon ho ka ene Fortwell Solicitors adaroma enti yesre bomodia neti twebanye na Fortwell Solicitors ebeboa papa yebekwa wiye nso abede testimony nso ebetu edwa na nso wate ebi enuema amanfo di hu dance se omode wo mo ho dom Fortwell Solicitors yaboa wo no papa ema emre wo mo nkrata asem yi nyame adaroma anam eye lawyer dankoy eso ama wo mo enya wo mo nkrata ntimisre mo nkoso ana mo share program na ene ensem a last weekend e ba ye de enye easy o ye nuanom otu kwan call Ghana bebre ni bedu airport aho kire pa ene nkrata na ye hwehwemu enti san komo yi ekoma o yenkoma lawyer akwaba lawyer good morning.
Good morning Dr. Rain.
Pacha pom ti say na lawyer na obi bebusa se anope nkomo ben na wowo de mayen amra ahwefo na etiefo etiewi
Yo none of how we dear two major topics I'm a person in etiefo one of them believe it or not English language requirements the year applications has say any the expectation is or maybe teach some English requirements and as English language requirements If you would say yeah, straightforward, if you want to confused, and if you want to microphone see what the expectation is, you know, in for it's making mistakes and answer based on that, you know, over here normal application you using. Me per se, me pen na ma go so kakra na and for it in your so more your application or man fall into that same trap. Another issue me de beto and so the fact say Home Office for announce new guidance for good character requirements. You know, so your application for naturalization. The expectation is obey obia good character. Na about the new amendments be abeshishem FA for home into the announce on the for so oh yeah you know has say now because of ye fee you move your call Brexit you know you are planning say wobɛyɛ naturalization application and the Bomodiana true feed in a bell because Babeka in Yama updates are back, which is going to affect EE nationals, family members. Internationally, very, very important. Now, before I may go ahead with a net topics that may be AC or selling it, may discuss, you know, there are a few updates and as a news items, and so I may say team for no so one of the biggest news items this week are a bar it was the fact say yeah, Home Secretary Priti Patel announced a new asylum system they want to introduce. Basically, you know, before that, you know, they toyed with the idea and said, "Omo mobile crew has say person musiki asylum, you know, and the Omeba share island subi baby and process the application if it is successful and send their mom up the mobile." They received a lot of backlash from the public in Tinubu normal train in Kakra. But during speech at Oman over the weekend to the Conservative Party, you know, they laid down some new grounds and new processes that they want to introduce. In as much as young Ghana for asylum applications, you know, quite frequent away in community, you know, it's important we still share it because we'll be also still almost as asylum application, or be also when you move or personal asylum application with me in knowledge and with me I share with the person. Now, one of the key things are now the Home Office for are planning to introduce and is the fact say Oba Krum has said through an illegal means the assumption will be say only any genuine reason to make an application for asylum. Into no more and more or be back room as say ubi san say by the send of our house yo major being crata na me defa we car mu na me de be remu and I'm a boat soon I'm a buy and I'm a different means no more patches and what be back through any of those means, you know, they will make sure say application be obey no is refused. However, on one they have identified themselves to see said they are vulnerable or more refugee camps that were remember so bebree to say middle way outside the country now more refugee camps. They will identify those people and allow those people to come and settle here through asylum claims into them. Until said that is their main focus. What they are trying to do is say they will discourage them as much as possible. You know, and no yeah idea as so and pay attention to. Another major news is what buyer was the fact say House of Lords voting on more year our immigration and social security coordination withdrawal bill. No, it was defeated. Basically, you know, this is the bill Ebebabe and the free movement after 31st of December 2020. And no, and the fact that we are EU national, wouldn't me just come into the country and start working. You know, it was defeated because there were a few factors and issues. Our bill, no one, most of the House of Lord members, you know, were against. Basically, you know, Omo Pache said if that bill becomes lower, there are going to be a lot of shortages in skills. And we NHS, care homes with COVID crisis at air cost, near the end, they are going to really, really struggle. Into they have defeated that bill. What's going to happen now? They say this bill is going to be there's going to be a tug of war between Parliament, the House of Lords. They will go back and forth trying to get it done. I mean, we cannot rejoice yet and say, oh, that is the end of the story because we know say this government is determined say they will implement that withdrawal bill, and end free movement as we know it currently. One of the major sticking points our bill anymore, it became an issue during the debate, was the fact that from March 2022, we are EU national now. Fi continent now they were non-EU national. Backroom has here. They expect say once ube meet our financial requirements now, a big problem. I'm because of that. Ube no wa worry about ontimi emfa na ireno anase ni kunu and backroom has saying. So that has become a big problem for many people, and that was a sticking point in this debate. Now person bill because of some of these issues. It's another chain, but in our previous sessions, program where so the fact that business owners or more saying they need to start preparing for Brexit. They need to get sponsorship license. If you have observed that Home Office for Crown Pono have started a marketing campaign to try to encourage businesses that almost need sponsorship license to make preparation to get her license. And yes, after 1st of January 2021, they will struggle to recruit anyone only British passport. Into the if you continent, that's only settled status, and I said pre-settled status, not a so-called fan ever crew has here. That is going to be a big problem after 2021 and after 1st of January 2021. They are encouraging businesses, small business, big business. It doesn't matter the size of business that you own. Remember, say, with me, application for SAR license, and we encourage people to come forward and start making the application process. It take up to 8 weeks, but sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it takes longer because documents be a woman you are supposed to provide, and if you are not able to provide those documents, if you are able to get certain things right, if it happens to say Home Office will need to come to premises for investigation to check say all the HR systems to implement SaaS sponsorship license, a bit taking longer. When that happens, then it becomes an issue. People need to start preparing for SAR application in this current time. Ben train in December, January, then you realize, say, hey, this year, I cannot get it because I don't have that license. And only a very, 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 very important. We also talked about SAR illegal immigration offenses bill, which is also in Parliament. I go through readings. Very soon it will become a law. Says CCR what the government is planning to do is say Krum has said illegal and yet just an immigration offense, but it is an illegal offense, criminal offense, meaning that you can be sentenced, you can be in prison up to 6 months, and you can be fined up to £5,000. It's a big deal. What they are planning to do is UK FEE after transition period, everything is over. They don't expect say illegal people will be here on so that people can use the legal legitimate means on many people keep on asking, say, into the lawyer at this stage, mean to me worry, then what are some of the options I to me and we keep on telling people obia situation is different. It's very difficult for me to answer say general questions without knowing more information about that individual. So what we expect people to do is from now on till the end of the year, at least make the time and effort to me a consultant, a solicitor, and then the solicitor can look at your personal circumstances and see how best nipa ne betimi ayede aboa na wetimi enya won krata or sometimes you betimi etine fie and we might assume say my situation where there's no way, there's nothing I can do about it. I betimi enya me krata, but only nipa ne be kasa no you realize there are some options. Obi ho man the background krom has say the body is 7 years and I say it's just about to turn 7. Oni krata bia and he has no idea say akwala na wetina krom have for all those number of years. There's a plan of one waiting you used to, and based on that, it's in the parents, ebenya and krata, it's not kroma. It's in options, but it's important say you throw out or personal circumstances to a lawyer, then the lawyer can analyze your situation and advise you accordingly. Say, ofa kwan we so ebe boa, ofa kwan we so and also ebe boa. Moving on to a net topic, I would start with new good character requirements, guidance, omode aba, and as a home office for update on policies. What means say efa iye national for no omo pe naso omo hunti in as amendments when has come to place. What they are saying in the amendments is so we a iye national. And that's all your EA family national. And I say you are planning say obey naturalization. 5 years in the past 10 years, as wait now Chrome has say up to 10 years, you should have lived here in accordance with the regulations. And I say regulation 2016, EA regulation 2016. What does this mean? Oceano on the surface of it. Obey say, oh, now say no EU unanimity Chrome has say I would have lived here in accordance with the regulations. But there are a lot of people not only EU passports, but in the past 10 years and as in the past 5 years, in Abia, which now has say in a way Biana was not in accordance with the regulations. My memo a typical example. Obiana which now has say previously with EU passport, or back room has say not only Juma, he was not registered as a job seeker, say or paid Juma. And I also say only enough funds, and I say even if our funds grandpa only private health insurance, meaning say he cannot qualify to be a self-sufficient person. That person will be regarded say even though now okra EU passports, he was not living here in accordance with the EU regulations. Until so Oba forward say Oba beyen the naturalization application, you may refuse his application because the say now it has a technically illegally into only good character. So or 10 years from that period before he gets his naturalization. A key point that people need to take notice of. EA nationals are open we year application via Chrome has say, especially for naturalization. I mean, so based on these amendments, it might be very, very, very important. Say, we seek legal advice before you put forward any application. Obi ohonmana okra EU passport. Oba Chrome has say, no, cost to. And this is going to affect a lot of people in this country, especially Ghana for Omodio Mumbaba Krum has a EU for mobile school has a so we EU national. Now say Uba school, how the Uba young press Uba Oko University, Oko A levels, or whatever course, Krum has it. During that period, why get private health insurance? That means technically you are not living here in accordance with the regulations. Now, instead, because they qualify for NHS, they assume say they don't need to get our private health insurance. What this means is as a time so not acquire the naturalization application, they will refer to him say Kofa health insurance and not cover this period, Ebra. If you are not able to obtain that document to show to them, if not technically we are illegal, and based on that, into the application will be refused. And yet it looks like a simple amendment, but it's got a lot of big implications for EU nationals on person on naturalization going forward based on what is going on currently. Until a year idea as almost so any EU national out where naturalization, based on this amendment, bomodi na fa phone and bomodi na kohu lawyer na on advice you no share personal circumstances na one go tia usika naturalization said we sika na engu for no reason. Very very important for ensuring so now omonye aware going forward. Another thing that people have to be aware, and as the second topic, me pese and net me bubo sono to do with English language requirements for applications. Ye Chrome has said. Ye name say many applications honoma Chrome has said say you need English language requirements. You need English language requirements. Basically, what it means is a home office one person who say make kakra and send away to me about acronym so that you do not have issues when it comes to being able to settle within the community and I say being able to do certain things in the country. However, we realize with the Ghanaian community, many people do not have issues passing this English exams because of the fact that yes, you can't but we realize that people mistaking the requirements. Obi ohon application for entry clearance. Yes, yes, so we level A1. Obana say for any further renewal. So level A2. Ubi na indefinite. Yes, B1. All these things are certain things that sometimes confuse a lot of people. I mean, childom first, now there were only one or two providers are now omutimi home office for accepting qualification for English language, which is Trinity College. Since you are almost the three others, so they have four institutions are waiting with English language when if you are making any application, now you are advised and as you are told, say you need English language requirements. I mean, so make sure say you have checked and you are doing that application and as you are writing that exam at a designated center, because even though they have approved these providers have centers that have also been approved by the Home Office. We found out in the past that Trinity College had an easier way set up ultimately interacting with them, and it was easy to book and all that. Into the many people that came to us, and we will refer them to Trinity College. But it's very, very important for you to understand that with these changes on MABA, they've introduced other providers, ube pay particular attention to where you are going to write it and make sure so you are getting the right certificate. Don't be a situation where when you have problems. Now we also realize say because of aging, they want to find out say are they also required to do some English language requirements. We told them say so we share immigration rules now. Most people are almost 18 and below are not required to take SAR test. But anybody above 18 years, you are required to take the test. In our where upper age limit, so 65, so with the 65 and over, but there are exceptions. We share immigration rules now. Exceptions can cry a woman. What they are saying is, say if we are between 60 and 64, meaning say 65, now you can show say the length of time it will take you to study in English. By the time I'll be now be waiting your pass, no I'll bro 65 now. Then you wait your application without that certificate. A very, very key point that many people are not aware of. It can happen, say, when you're 65, but you are struggling, so obey yes, exams, A B up say, obey naturalization, A B up say, back room has and you need to take this exam and you are struggling with it. If you're even 60 and you can show with evidence to say you will struggle to pass the exams within the next 4 or 5 years, it is possible to say, wait to me, application without any issue. Now, some requirements, a bit more how a degree from a country who speaks English, the expectation is over to me at the back room has a most degrees from Ghana, for instance, are valid. However, before you'll be able to use your degree for an application, the expectation is say obey G certification from NAREC. Now NAREC I confirm it says English degree now, degree now one, it was taught in English. So certification is very, very, very important because sometimes before NAREC certification, they are not able to tell them the right what they are going to use that certification for, and they don't give them the right certification. Not their banner, their application. Near refuse. You will think say, oh, may read yes, even NAREC letter and the NAREC letter number. However, they are farmer because they have to state specifically say when the majority of the subjects are here for degree, it was taught in English. If they don't write that as part of certification of the Home Office will ever refuse. Into using NAREC, sometimes you say make sure you are doing it right and getting it right. And when you look at the amount of money and NAREC for EG any the English test, now sometimes who say you might be better off just going to write the exams and get your certificates and get your peace of mind. Into idea where you idea say for also. Now talking about exceptions, application are any English language test and also medical grounds. Na our medical issue, and based on that, English language test, for the application either for naturalization and as either to join a partner. As a wish for naturalization, there is a form at Home Office for the expectation is say what the form we come out with GP and any medical practitioner. Now GP no as certified say based on the physical medical condition or A, B, C, D, and yeah, idea wobɛtumi atwerɛ saa exams no. Normally the expectation is that what fill our form no so no or the detailed letter which entails with diagnosis and the account application. This is something that you need to be very, very, very careful if you are trying to do it, because the expectation say GP they make me actual letter. We expect certain things from the GP. If you don't get it right from the GP, means what fill a form no and they are called all right, but we no application. But it's no yeah, mama near papa more or many fikakra they are struggling so many naturalization certificate because of some English language requirements. My advice is say, but more than any lawyer and casa the lawyers know how or what letters will write to the GP so that the GP can draft the letter accordingly. Unya problems via with any application obey. Into the English language requirements, it looks straightforward. The long and short of it is, and yes, straightforward as it may seem, and a lot of people get refusal because they haven't done the proper thing when making application with their English language requirement certificates.
Joe, lawyer, we the yɛbɛda wase sɛ wɔsisi ɛyɛ nsɛm de no ɛso de ama yɛ na wodi nkɔmmɔ no nso na messages nso baa na ɛba nti no mame ne nkan ɛmfa ɛyɛ yɛ first question yi ɛma wɔ ɔsɛ good morning lawyer, I hope all is well. I would like to ask a question about the marriage visitor visa. My fiancé would like to come here, get married and return to Ghana. We have no plans on settling in the UK. What are our chances? Do we need to have income and accommodation requirements? I am a British citizen and my fiancé is in Ghana. My fiancé isn't working at the moment in Ghana. What are your chances, please? Thank you. We Kweku North London and the message by menim sɛ wobɛyi ano a na amewia mabɔ some of the voice notes in Swama.
When it comes to marriage visitors visa applications, it goes in the same format as normal visitors visa. Just with this type of visa, the expectation is that you are allowed to get married in the UK without any issues. However, just like any visitors visa application, the expectation is so what back room has here which means show say enough funds to cover the trip, inward trip, and then the outward trip. And what documentation I will be shown the bank statement, accommodation, proof say Obano or Bibia or Yofie. That is the reason why she does not plan to stay here after the application. In Ghana, you have to show it. If you don't show it, I'm suspect say Abia, Enyadia, Oba, Obeko. Into say Obani ye ejuma Eofia. Very, very, very important. Mr. Put as much information about that job now or into the application, because probably that is the reason why she's not hoping to stay here after the marriage. She's hoping to go back home. Because remember, in as much as you may not have that idea behind your when they say they assume say almost yes application, a person almost circumvent immigration process, whereby ABI you don't have enough funds in terms of what salary and do 18,600 into person application and now you be refusing to person has say for marriage visa or we are no name. They have that at the back of their mind. Into the end year now sending a message. If your salary is more than 18,600, put it there, show it. You just show it and let them know say indeed, it is not because of that until that you are following the process that you are doing. Just to say more convenient for you. So that's the reason why you are following that processes. Deciding extra, I don't see any problem, especially if Obano any adverse immigration history, you should be okay. But if you feel say we hear assistance and somebody to have a second view of all the documentation now with the application, that is something that we are more than happy to do for you. People may not be aware, but visitors visa applications, marriage visa application, you basically aboa unipa na or your application if you baby be our has Man, all that she has to do is say, Obakako submitted a passport, or Ghana High Commission, the designated center, or moving big hotel, and that's it.
Wait, my main call messages no. Pay. Good morning, lawyer. I'm applying for an EU application and the spouse, and I will need a proof of address in my name. I have applied for an online bank account, and I have applied for an online account now into bracket Monzo, and is in, and also done a TV license, but it's not in yet. So would like to ask if I can start with the application or I should wait for the TV license and start. Thank you. And the assembly by saa nso ɛna yɛnnuam sɛ ɔno nso ne question a wɔbisa no anɔpa yi ne question no nyinaa ne sɛ good morning please was say not regarding today's topic ɔno ne question no no ɔse ɛnɛ deɛ question a ɔno wɔbisa no ɛmfa topic yɛde to dwa no na mmom no ɔpɛ so wɔbisa sɛ please my question is not regarding today hello hello now lawyer yeah what you
Hello.
yeah hello yeah me too one can okay and then miss me too one can miss me too one pa mama see a question is I say good morning. Oh, because she has because it's been removed, is it going to affect the application and
Dr. Ren, but to make
me too kapa
I am said not Okasa initially the ethical kakra, but the last part say say nipa you remove you obina or your application be the affecting. But with me, I don't know how can I answer be a big count.
lawyer mpacho yeah
Well, say oh yeah application a backroom has said I say you've been removed. It depends on how you were removed. Say if you were removed because you were deported, because a deportation order, na meaning said there's a criminal element be eka ho it be a committee offense be the imprison we you know and I deported. If you were also na you were removed administratively, the referred administrative removal. And you know, if we remove the administrative removal, how many years has it been since you were removed? If you were removed administratively, normally no, the expectation is a will train up to 10 years and so now your application at the back room has said. That is the reason why most of the time, no, if I'm try some remove you, we suggest say one kasa what they seek a bed every rather than where my home office for a removal at the call. Now, if you are coming back, not a administrative removal, not one warrior, not a human rights, meaning say you have a right to a family life. Then it's possible if you're able to argue your case. I have seen cases whereby people have been removed because ABR they didn't get the right advice, ABR certain things went on here there. The most important thing is that your application, you are able to apply and explain the circumstances carefully so that you can be exempted and say based on the fact that you've got human rights and now you should be allowed to come in into the obia ye removing all your application about the Miss on on contact a lawyer not on one any application because it's not going to be a straightforward application.
Lawyer ebedasi mame enko me Facebook for na me ma won mo hwe yen so nyina akwaba promise ye mana akwaba sanso na Gloria ana Covenant nso so ye mana akwaba ye ma munyina mo akwaba me gidi se wo hwe yen na se ebia in case problem bi wo ho na opese o ma ya so ti bomode ana ka kire yen so na yentimi enye yentimi ensorti ne out why intimesre wa utie ya anything bia no pomode na answer lawyer em say obi che say one answer the question no intima mean sisu bi enwo nipa na say ne abasisi a was he did lawyer did not answer me o intima mean kind bi
was that's another technical challenges no
no correct Mr. I mean, Sisubium na lawyer, yeah, no man. See, good morning, lawyer. I'm applying for an EU application under spouse, and I will need a proof of address in my name. I have applied for an online bank account, Monzo, and is and also done the TV license, but it's not in yet. So would like to ask if I can start with the application, or I should wait for the TV license and start, and then that will be sir.
Well, say a banner proof of address for spouse application, e-spouse application. We say the more the better. Okay, so more documents are even better because it shows clearly say only any partner our relationship more, which is genuine and which actually. If the only proof I want a Monzo bank account, I think say you are going to have problems because Monzo bank account, as you are not even expected to say you have a bank account. So the Monzo bank account in the echo tromo at that stage are only and crata and the crowd. One can now Monzo bank account, you're closing amount. But just what I say. So you na obisa sa question. My advice is say would you tobo na train sa TV license na wire application na eno embra eno momone be more useful than the Monzo bank account because eno crampo na just an online bank account which you can do everything with it, but you are not expected to have a bank account, and they are very important for you na na obisa sa question. And some of these questions, also it's also you have to look at the context. For instance, if Dr. Ren Uware will be a month ago. Now obey application. Now the only proof of address I will a one TV license. I understandable. Everything here application because Uware no a chair bosumini a become Umware answer and we'll move it in together. It's not a problem. However, Obia Wari Obi be 1 year, 6-7 months ago. I'll see or then a have been living together since that period now till now. Now, but now catch them and say, who are just one proof of address, then it becomes more difficult. We always have to look at the context. The longer you've lived with new panel, the more the expectation is we have more evidence. If recently now worrying one document is enough, it's understandable, and you get away with it.
Yo, Mestre, say I feel that we'll join in. Mestre, keep your questions coming. Why? Now, lawyer and so be to me. Lawyer be you are not at the amount. Come on. Numbers are to me so afraid and we will start question. 0203 735 8820. ananso betimi afrɛ yɛn wɔ 0203-286-0185 ana your WhatsApp no nso ɛyɛ 0778 793-9958 sɛnea lawyer ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu ne kyɛ sɛ EU for yi a Brexit abɛyi ɛde nsɛm bebree ɛba abɛba nti nsɛm bebree no a ɛbɛba no yɛnhyɛ no nso papa sɛ woanya lawyer wo ho bɛkyerɛ wo woanya lawyer wo ho ɛbɛkyerɛ wo ɛne nti yɛnhyɛ no nso paa nti lawyer mpakyɛ woteme nka lawyer mpakyɛ woteme nka yɛfrɛ ne sɛ lawyer mpakyɛ woteme nka okay sɛ lawyer teme nka deɛ nti no lawyer yɛnkɔ yɛasɛm no ɛso we question a obi ebusa no ma memfa question no mbra na tie I say good morning doc ask lawyer I've lived here for over 10 years. Is there possible that I can have my paper because I thought I learned that if you live here more than 7 years you can have access to paper we asema ono ebusanie
yo you see who said the piano I will send it one of the messages that say we can say oh it's not had 10 years with me and the paper we but without the context it becomes difficult to solve the answer. Let me explain why I had the force of the answer. So Obitina has said 10 years. Now during that 10-year period, Niniano, Abia na okrat some form of legal residence permits. Into Abia or Bahase with student visa, or extending the student visa na maybe no switching or koje Abia work permits in totality when you're 10 years possible. Says I parliament me application for indefinite leave to remain. Now it's not Chrome has say and no problem there any say obi it's not has say 10 years now or year aquala meaning say or year below the age of 18 years then possible says Sani panel everything application for 2.5 years based on the fact say it's not has say 10 years or below the age of 18 and it's not say so that is not an issue and also possible or about 7 years be the question 7 years no applied to nkwala ya warm krom ha into no ufu ye akwala baby ye wo krom ha which na has 7 years possible so which na at me and krata but yen na or send this message if or ye more than 18 years now or ye however or ye below the age of 25 okay the age no 10 years ebio now what we are saying is that you should have lived here at least half of your life. Into this you divided the number of years away to not Krum has saying that's more than half of your life possible said Sally Krata. Then we have in for Papa, so we need 40, 30, 50, 60 years. Now also it's not has say 10 years illegally. And as during that period, not only in Krata at any stage. And yet possible so it's me in Krata because it's not has say 10 years. Into a simple question, it looks very straightforward, but clearly you can see that there are people who will be able to get in Krata based on the fact that it's not had 10 years. And that there are so many people who will not be able to get Krata even though they've stayed here for 10 years. Into the end, now will be a question. So wait me afraid and I wait me to follow up more details and they are back with your personal circumstances. I can advise you accordingly and tell you what you need to do and send away to me on Krata.
Yo we de enu a wotie yen lawyer say senka obetumi na abomodin na kyese wo de ma wafra abomodin anaja watumi a kyerɛkyerɛ mu nyensɛm ni nyina na obetumi a kyerɛkyerɛ mu wa ha sei etimi sɛ wa abomodin na wotie a lawyer de ne number betudwa na wafrɛ na wetumi de wa kyerɛ wa kwan obetumi afa so obetumi de aboa entimi sɛ wa mo amaba nso mesre mo share program no na yentumi enno akiri na eho behia papa say ye be share program no lawyer na me ka say anopai no a weekend no ana menya nteɛ sɛ yɛ Ghanafoɔ bi a wɔn efiri wɔn ba mete yɛ ne yɛse wɔn ba ne kyerɛ sɛ wɔn bɛdu airport a problem saa questions bebree ɛna yɛbusabusa wɔn ebi mo wɔ kora mpo no a yɛtumi ma wɔn twɛn for more than 5 hours meanwhile nso wɔn kɔ no wɔn kura 2.5 yi bi wɔn ba bɛwura mu a COVID-19 ebi mo kɔɛ no wɔn kyɛɛ wɔn ba bɛwura mu nso a na akyerɛ sɛ ayɛ question bebree na ɛno na amanfoɔ busa sɛ ɛba ne sɛn ana wɔn kura 2.5 yi wɔn kɔ no wɔn ba yɛtumi ɛma yɛtwe wɔn gyina hɔ ebusabusa wɔn ano asɛm bebree ɛde ntira.
You see, a very important question with this, and people need to understand. Say over 2.5 years visa, and I say over limited leave to remain. That will book more, and I say no card now will cry, biometric card now will cry. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the story. There are things that you need to be doing as time goes on. And yes, obitini loses and cry time. Na yeni also yenim say CCR no airports no nkrofo are not traveling in and out as many as they used to. Into the CCR no odu airport no ma nkrofo no more time bebree. Into remember say more time on so they have to use it on something. Into the questions that you maybe sa. Into for instance obia or 2.5 years because of a British child. The reason why you need to understand here this are 2.5 years in amount is the fact say or akwala or British. Not just that or akwala pena or British, it does not mean say you qualify for 2.5 years. And so will be a friend of parental relationship with that child until or mano or talk present mano or talk in who akwala from time to time. Until ayana ebimoji say oh media me wo bawa has say and one no nti ese ma me krata baby wo ba wa ha ene wo hwe wo ba e wa ha no there are two different stories nti no say wo ba na e bia ya ma 2.5 years wa kutina fie be 6 months be 5 months because of COVID-19 no kwa went nyamba now you are coming back. The Home Office people want to make sure say the circumstances that existed before you left, they are still in place. Still no, when I wish still no, you have a parental relationship with that child. They have every right to ask you those questions at what airport or no. People need to be aware. If you hold grandpa or coffee in grandpa, akwala other parents in your way say with two coin are all about we do airport to be sending questions. It's very, 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 very important. Say ye niamwa mukra 2.5 years. So move to coin moko baby. Make sure that you build that relationship with the other parents, say they are obedu airport, you receive some questions, you are your friend, you receive some questions, you are waiting a year. And no soon done chain, yeah, worry for so. If you move home 2.5 years, based on the fact that Oma worry will be a chrome has before this COVID-19 issues at Elcos airports, the piano you have to be aware say 2.5 years was given to you because warrior. Anytime I'll be too quiet, I'll be piano. Remember, say you are exposing yourself to be asked questions about your partner. Into who do airport? Na oko hefa osimi ko nsrahwe anami ko fie ko nsrahwe me baba. Yeti na ojre ewe hefa ana ukunu ewe hefa. Osi obi kunu at this time eba na so ko ejuma. Okay, o worry time be. Obebi sa questions. We be just say questions via obisa keke random on information, but he's got all that information on his screen and is putting it to you to make sure say Sahawariana is genuine. Into any time you travel, remember say you are exposing yourself to be asked those questions. Until you should be prepared. So we are worried for us to kwana but now when you're prepared, who couldn't baby our you need baby our now we do airports. Yes, okay. Train me wa ya tracing check. Ya kofre ukunu so ukunu we dwum ye fre ukunu no ye bisa ne say na wonim say wo jire efi hefa ba onso we dwum no kre o si there be me no kra me nim so we two point straight away from that airport so remember say you better try say you better return no and ask you to go to detention center into the our funny there Miss Remo anytime you travel no you need to be aware say questions could be asked, be prepared for it. Now, visitors visa funny dear, or more dear, your master more dear, they be you should be aware, say, we do airport, do visa mawa, na we do airport, give it visa questions. They be a program we say it. Obia fill form nama, obia boa mo fill form no. Je form no na hwemu na who are there or trauma and sada we to coin. And this what we do airport near bisa say usu ye juma how we question where who can say ye bisa who question and I want me answer straight away on the call back straight around the detention center. Getting the visa and coming in are two different things. We do airport this we are prepared and start with issues. However, I will add say what we do airports, if you're not questions that you be sound, yeah, for me, yeah, and say, far miss questions, mean to me, answer questions, need you, a lawyer, a casa. We are always available. So, fraying out of office hours, scramble, now, when now we jam message, say, na, ato, we throw back, we will definitely get a colleague to give you a call. And you can explain the circumstances, so we can advise you on what you need to do at that very moment. Because it yet right say incriminate you when you are being questioned. If you have issues, give us a call and we can assist you even at the airport.
I just said, lawyer, I just said me tell we a party you be free UK Brexit team there. A month for more, ba 2.5 in our way. It's going to be a very big issue because we be too kind say Obano nya way and now be man nya way there. And just say one when you be na be gina kutoka ni asa a friend is a hicho there. Na when you cry asa the work asa to work back cry baby I will free by you.
Yes, so doctor quick one, I'm say Facebook for the sound and the stone and back into the same bit natural. But say they are not all can no crap. CCR dear, 2.5 years. Whether I say what bawa or ye or ha na o ba fie bia na ye beti me some questions. Ebi mujin say oh yeah their mommy into me corner me ba me okay Debbie. Very, very, very important. Say anytime be able to claim be able to we are well prepared and some we do airport on them because home team say obianim say o wenyan krata efedie e be able to claim kwaba now babe do airport na unyama babe say na wejuma babe say ni adie. Sometimes I tell people say if you are not too sure even probably be our worry na entokwa bi ekoso ebia oyere si obentu kwan be nko oya akwa mesi as soon as you hear any threats or any issues make sure don't put yourself through that stress and say me too kwan power because it's not causing big problems at the amount and we've seen it you see time and again say Nkrofo are having issues at our airports into the Mr. Bema ba say what were any amount 2.5 years and what were any amount 5 years now who issues are ben fa planning 2.7 kwaba baby
with the legal advice free of charge in the amount no Minia Gloria say CCA sound no nyamiada Roma the manual beda say motion na se bibia na mama moyi asutire say ne betimi atoto enoma lawyer so beda say lawyer na just say ansa na ekura na MC wosima be ensie bi ansa na ebe kokra no sa enkomo yi de emu mamenkan message na o say ono bisa say lawyer can says watna krum ha acha obetumi afre eno nti wono nso si wono atna ha be ofri Germany no oba ha isi no watna krum no o de Germany de no kan ho akwantum 18 years enkrata ni ho nti no mesrewa bomodia na afre lawyer na woni nkomo say if possible be kwan bi wo ho a na omuntumi emwa na 18 years de na say ahweni abedu fie kra na wona mfufu a wogya wo mo nyina ha no ya dodo na akra na bia wo nkai wo timesre be free Brexit ye bebe hia ebe hia so benya lawyer no so de Fortwell Solicitors entima memfa me testimony no famra na ansana lawyer de kwakra beba no ansana me testimony no e de ama lawyer tiende obi person hia Fortwell Solicitors and obetumi anya mo na afi nso odi betwa to no e de na wo ma ahwefo na etiefo
yo Fortwell Solicitors super yeah London Frehonom Ponzi and also said Temperclare Station Benho and also said Wood Green and then a very popular for Nibibre from any of these 3 stations so nobody ananti abaye office honum yeah because we are so phone so with me frame it was 07944976161 message is subium 07944976161 number we ebeba me honomo directly Monday to Friday free consultation your office oba ye in charge of say betua sika ansa na ye hu ana betua sika ansa ye no akasa ye no be kasa ye no advice wetin hu query tin abo wetin abo ye be catch ye sound so office Milton Keynes every Thursday ye walk a honum into the Thursday way between 9:30 and 5:30 ye be walk Milton Keynes or any issue you want to see us or here documentation be statutory declaration or job passport was here witness any document for you be children so obetinya be hu Milton Keynes and will advise you and also Shannon so to say apart from immigration you other areas that we specialize in you know for instance wills and probate anything wills and probate you can say wills and probate yeah, maybe more NTS yet to make check within 30 seconds. The probate you say will be a baby, and then you having to do the paperwork for that person. Into the Japadia, any idea, you need a legal person to be able to assist you with that. If you are grandpa baby, Nyaman Aya Basa Basa, if you are Yamani Biofie, Yamani Biwaha, as a motor to be a with your legal way to represent you. And only you are there, friend, probate I dinhu ejuma, Wilson so ye dinhu ejuma. Apart from that, no employment, into with Jumamun sem ya pamo, ya redundant, if they are here settlement agreement, they say for we because your lawyer not on board, not on checks not on signing. These are things that we can assist you with. Now, family law, into the family law, anything with family law, divorce, when you be a jai, 917, 50 domestic violence, non molestation, or that's the nipa in bubio. When we are near my waiting aboa na waiting when it comes to family law. Then immigration so there'll be any say not so the anything immigration from deportation, detention, anything appeals be a woman be out here and judicial review also be do a court and come and say wait me afraid and we will be more than happy say you better or South Point or so Monday to Friday 9:30 to 5:30 for friend office now we'll be more than happy say you better every Tuesday and so more joining and then I will share and Damasi Bebre every Tuesday be waiting me at joining all program way so and we'll be more than happy to advise and assist with any immigration and legal issues you may have. Yeah, that's it.
Lawyer and a pain so GN Radio UK so yes you be dance na sana you be kono wamenkan ene and a pay a friend your testimony no wamenkan emfama wo testimony no every lazy or man lazy or dog minga boy kemo ama keshin Fortwell ha ni ina inwolo ewo bomodin no okas bomode no glami echon mani amen kwewo ye twi mi ke English mi acho mi malizi yes malizi say asem a work nyina na say ene Fortwell Solicitors adaroma ene nso wonya ne nkrata ne bi malizi say those days no nkrata ni mu na ja amanfo nkrata no de adwuma no hide otibas bu kra na wa hyeche ni we na ene de we ni che no obehwenu a life a wobo wa ye ni tri kama Fortwell Solicitors adaroma nti sisi amanfo ehuna ho ofe ene nti mesre opelo Aroma na me kamfo the amount tana pay medasi se wo hwe sanso na every Tuesday bia nso no ye hia wo mu na ne Fortwell Solicitors anapa 10 pepepepe na ya bon ho ya shase ntimi srewa next week that's ne bomodia na ka kire tiefo nyina na wo monto enso NTB no munsua ade ewo mo anapa Fortwell Solicitors lawyer don call yeda wasipa.
So that's it.
Enkrata no ni bia na ya wanhwenia na ya ka kwantuo mu Omodiana Tuesday bia na join here why ye Fortwell Solicitors de bia e betwetwem komo wa ha Thursdays bia nso wo mu hyiemu enso ewo Milton Keynes papepepe na Fortwell Solicitors enso atnas every Thursday bia etima mo Midlands once mo nhye no nso why mo share program ni nyina nso beda se mame Gloria yedawase sanso ena na najima nso yedase epa aha ana me de besie DJ Amani enso beto aso